Dude, all right, let's get into it. Let's talk about first tell me what has been like the biggest like changes in your mindset about getting your first client compared to like just like a week ago when you were watching those videos and you're
Yeah.
like, fuck, like what's it like getting that client?
So what's the biggest mindset shift
Yep.
when it comes to getting a client?
Yep.
Uh, I would say since I've got my client, I've it's been a mindset shift when it comes to actually doing the work for them and service delivery. I remember when I was watching the videos about copyright and I was thinking, oh, I was thinking, okay, so like, okay, I write the copy, but do I have to send out the emails for them? Do I have to set up the email thing? Do I have to deal with anything on like with my client? It's literally just I write the emails, I put it on a shared Google Doc, and every time I add an email, I send him a text on WhatsApp and I say, yo, bro, just added the second email to the sequence, working on the third one. And he's like, cool, I'm gonna check it out later this afternoon. He'll check it out. And sometimes there'll be like a certain word he wants to replace and he'll change it. And then he'll hit me back and he'll be like, hey, love the copy. I just changed this line. I mean this word, this word. Um, yeah, but love it. And then literally he takes the emails and then he puts it on his autoresponder and he sends out like I don't send it out to no one. I just write the emails, put it on the dot, tell him, bro, sequence is done. He'll check it over. He says he likes it. Then he said, okay, I'm gonna start the campaign now. So yeah, that was really cool because I was low-key thinking, oh, am I gonna have to do this and that? But I didn't mind anyway. If I had to do that, it's not a big deal sending it out. So yeah, it's a lot simpler than I thought.
Yeah, I was
How
about
about
to
you?
say. Bro, for me, service delivery has definitely been simple, but the biggest mindset shift for me from like going from not getting a client to getting your first client is like a lot less scary than you think it is. Like these clients are not like terrorizer, big CEO, Fortune 500 people that just like want you to be an employee. Like these are just other people that want help and like appreciate the value you provide to them through your like skills and through your time. Like they appreciate you and like when you just start to understand that like natural human interaction, like it makes everything about clients so much easier. And like that was the biggest mindset shift for me. But to add on to your thoughts, bro, to add on like the service delivery, like, do I need to learn how to use ConvertKit? What is ConvertKit? Like, what is email marketing softwares? What is this? Like, bro, I totally get that. Like when I was like first getting into like the content stuff, that's how I thought it was. It was like, do I need to learn how to use these like scheduling tools? Do I need to learn how to like post on their account? They just want the videos. They'll handle it from there. Like just ask communication, like you said, you asked your client like, okay, what do you want to do, like communication, and then you just sent them the copy, bro, and it like then it was figured out. Like that communication is good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? To add on to your point, bro.
Yep.
These people, like these clients that you're gonna be working with, they're the most chilled people ever. Yo, let me tell you about my first ever. So I don't like to call them sales calls, but for
Yep.
people to understand, my first sales call with the copywriting client. This was 2 years ago. So I was doing outreach. I did outreach for 4 months. Didn't get no calls. Finally, at the end of the 4 months, I managed to get on a call with like the CEO of quite a big jewelry company down in Australia.
That's cool.
I was really like, bro, I was really thinking, oh man, okay, CEO, let me like not wear a suit, but I wore like a button up. And I was like, I jumped on the call and I couldn't like, I thought I had to be so like smart and all that. I jumped on the call, I promise you, like hand on my heart. The guy jumped on the call, he was topless, bro.
Yeah.
And he was sitting at a beach. He was sitting on the beach, you know, the beach bar.
Yeah, like I
Yeah,
know what you
yeah, and I
mean.
could hear like the music playing. I could hear like the waves as well. And he came on there with his Australian accent. He was like, hey, good day, mate. How you doing? And I was like, I was just sitting there with my button up, like, oh, bro, what? But he was so cool. And I was like, I loosened up. He was like, oh, how you doing? Where you from? Um, Before we got on the call, I sent him over some copy, and he was like, "Hey, I seen the copy, mate. It was great. Just wanted to speak to you more about what you can help us with, emails and stuff like that. And literally I realized that that's when it really hit me. Like even these CEOs of these like good sized companies, like these guys, they're so chill. They're like me and you.
Oh
But I know
God.
like the first call is really tough.
Yep.
So but yeah, honestly, I'm curious, how did your first call go
Bro,
with your
my first
yeah,
ever sales call. My first ever before, because when I got on this, the sales call I got on for my first paying client, I had no idea it was gonna be a sales call.
okay.
How it worked for this sales call was I simply was posting videos on my copywriting channel, and I posted a video called "How to Copyright Content Scripts as a Complete Beginner,"
Yeah,
and
seen that. Yeah.
some agency owner, content agency owner, not some, now his name's Pierre, he's one of my good friends now, but some agency owner watched that video and was like, oh, like I want to learn how to write scripts. Watched that video, decided to reach out to me in the comments, and then reach out to me on Discord. Reached out, joined my Discord, and reached out to me on Discord. Was like, hey, like would love to hop on a call with you. Like you should talk to me more about like how you write these content scripts. We hopped on a call. I was like, how can I help you, bro? Like, do you want me to teach you? Like, what's the problem here? And he's like, really, like I don't have the time, I don't understand how to do it, and like honestly, do you just want to do it for me? And I was like, sure, like what do you want to
Uh,
do? And then he was like, well, I need 15 scripts right now. And he's like, um how much do you want to charge for that? And I was like, okay. For me, I just threw a price out there. I was like, how about $50 per scripts? And he's like, how about just that's like 750 total. And he's like, how about
yeah.
500 for the project? And I was like, perfect, bro. Like I wasn't
Nice,
even like, I would have done it for free, brother. I was just trying to
nice,
help. And so that's
nice.
exactly how the first sales call went for my copywriting clients, bro. But like,
Mm,
I was a lot more loose, understood the aspects of like doing trade, because when my first sales call with a fucking content agency, bro, I was such a robot. I was such a robot. I said on the call, I was like, how are you doing? Like, you're having a good day. Like, I looked at your
yeah,
social media channels, and like the performance on your views weren't good. And so I know that if
yeah.
we scheduled a production shoot, like you will see
Follow
improvements
the
on like,
script and
yes,
everything.
bro. Following the
Yeah,
script. Like, what date are you free? Like, bro, no.
yeah.
And thank God he
Wow,
gave me the chance, and like I learned so much from it. And he ended up getting me all my other referrals for a lot of my other clients, and
wow.
introduced me to these networking events so I could go meet other people. And so like, God
Yeah,
bless Daniel, that's his name. But like, bro, I was a
crazy.
robot. Yeah.
Well, that is crazy. That's
Yes.
crazy. You know, I realized we didn't do like a proper intro, but yeah, I just want to say like we just found out a couple minutes ago that we watch each other's videos. I just want to say like your video, I don't know if you've seen it. Um, well, okay, so I seen the first video that I watched from you was when you was talking about how you're gonna do outreach and how you're
Mhm.
gonna find your clients, something like that. And I watched it, I was like, okay, cool, makes sense. And then I kind of like watched a couple of other, like I went through like the rabbit hole. And then finally you got a client.
Yeah.
And I watched you know what's crazy about this, bro? I was watching the video when I was at work. So I was doing a night shift and like so I was doing cleaning up and stuff like that. And I had one ear plug in and I was listening to the video and I set my phone up in the corner. And then like finally you spoke about how you got the client and you said that you were talking about doing normal outreach, high value outreach, and like building a personal brand. And then you said that that's how you got your client through your videos. And then you spoke about the video that you got them from, which was how to do the scripts. So I went back and I watched the video and I was like, damn, this is a long, the video is like 45 minutes. I was
Yep.
like, whoa, okay. So, and I seen there was no fancy editing, no none of that. I was like, but there's a lot of value in it. So, like, I took a lot of inspiration from now, and I even spoke about it on my newsletter, and I made a video by it. I was like, man, I just watched this guy. He said that he got his client through inbound, and like the video at the time, I don't know what it's on right now, but when I was watching it, it had 117 views,
Yep. Nothing.
and I was like, what? 117 views, but one of them was a client, and that's all you need. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start putting out. Like, I don't know if you've seen some of my recent ones where I'm talking about like how to write good and bad copy and
Yep.
how like I was like, yo, I just seen this kid do it. I'm like, hold on, man, let me try this as well. Cause this is probably gonna get me an inbound client too, because I know how to write copy. So I can just make a video, try and target it towards my target client, and hopefully they see it, even if it only
Yep.
gets 100 views as well. I just need one client to watch it,
Yep.
jump on a call with them, and sign them. So Yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, this is the same guy that I was watching doing that. So it's crazy how that ended up working out.
Bro, that whole story that you just told, that's absolutely insane. And like it's just
Yeah,
as insane that like the way I like you for you to like see like what the fuck like inbound like he came,
yeah.
he just posted that video and he came like bro, I was just as shocked too because if you look at the way I titled the video, I titled it for as a complete beginner. Like no dream client should have watched that video, but
Yeah.
it worked. It worked. And like you said, the value in it, I gave it all away. I like, you can now go take my entire process and go write your own content script. But again, that like transparency, that value, the law reciprocity. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna butcher the word. Reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
Yeah, reciprocity, bro. Yes,
Yeah.
the law of reciprocity. Like if you give, the universe will give back in
Mm,
some way.
for
And so I
sure.
got lucky with that video. Like it gave back. And so now, like we
Mm,
talked about this earlier, it's like, how do we make those titles now targeted for those dream clients? Because
yeah.
I'm going to go into another loophole. It's like, I was watching a video yesterday, and this was a great point. It was Alex Hormozy posted a video on this lady with 5,800 followers, runs $1 million business fully inbound from her social media traffic. You watched that
Mm.
video?
I seen on my I need to watch it. It came up on my feed. Yeah, but I
Bro,
seen the thumbnail, yeah.
bro, insane value. And so like the just to sum it up, it's just like at the end of the day, like you said, bro, there is some other person on the other side of the screen. Like if there's 19 likes, those are 19 people. Like, and
Yeah.
as long as
Yeah.
you are super niche, super targeted, like make sure it's like for that person and for that person only, like those 19 people mean a lot. Those could be 19 clients. Like
Yeah.
bro, like
Facts.
that's, and so that's like we're trying to, like we talked about this earlier, trying to double down on like how do we target only dream clients, so
Mm,
all those 100 views, all people
mm,
that will potentially work with me. Like it could get
yeah.
100 views, but those are the most valuable 100 views.
Mm,
But
yeah,
yeah.
yes, yeah. And also you're low-key building a personal brand as well.
Yep.
And when I started this YouTube channel, I was not thinking about personal brand at all. I just wanted to document, like I wanted to come back in a year from now and see what I started.
Yep.
Like I didn't care if I did YouTube for a whole year and only had 5 subscribers. I was like, I'm just gonna come back. It's gonna be like my digital diary. I'm gonna come back and
Yep.
see what it goes. But then, the more consistent you are, and like some videos end up blowing up and you start getting thousands of views and then more subscribers, and then okay, now you start to think about a little bit of personal branding. So, because you know what, if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be on this call right now.
Nope. You're absolutely
Yeah,
right. You're
I wouldn't have seen
absolutely
your
right, bro.
video. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have seen your video. You wouldn't have seen my video, and the other people that we're talking about, we wouldn't have seen there. And then, you end up connecting with some really cool people, and yeah, it's a great networking tool, I'd say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think what I can take away from what you just said mostly is like we both overlooked the power of the personal brand. Like
Mm,
the power of the
mm,
personal brand has really done a lot. Like it's like you said, networked us together, let us
yeah.
prove our like authority and experience even without clients. Show that we're dedicated. Like you've been posting videos for like over a year, right? Like you like or like months at least.
Yeah, I started on the 21st of December, so like 6 months
Yeah,
basically.
6 months, 6 months. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Since
Yeah,
last year. Since last year. That's why. Yup.
yeah,
Bro.
yeah,
I've been
that's right.
I've I've been watching since like growth operating, since you were still in growth operating, like
Yeah.
doing like trying to find clients for growth operating. In fact, you had a free client for growth operating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
two,
Yeah, two.
bro.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
And then
crazy.
I started really watching when you were like, okay, I'm done with growth operating. I'm going all in on copywriting. When you went all in on copywriting, like you went
Yeah,
all in and like the results paid
yeah.
off quick.
Bro, how did you get into copyright?
Dude, all
Yeah.
right. How I heard about copywriting is, so when I was doing my agency stuff and like,
Mm.
oh, our meeting will end in 10 minutes. Stop playing. We'll make this quick.
Do another one.
Yep. Dude, yeah, I'll do another one exactly. I'll just send you another
Yeah.
link. Dude, so I was running the content agency and I didn't really like video editing and I didn't really like videography. I was like not finding any passion through those actions. And so I was like, what do I have the most fun doing? And I was like sitting here writing the script, sitting here learning about the script, sitting here setting up the like landing pages. Like I didn't realize it was copywriting, but I
Yeah.
was like, I
Yeah.
like this aspect of it. So let me go learn more about it. So I dug deep into like script writing, and then copywriting came up. Like one video, I
Mm.
think it was like Cardinal Mason or something. Like,
All right. Right.
yes, like just
Yeah.
one copywriting guru. I didn't get into Tyson 4D or anything like that, like until way
Yeah.
deeper. And so I
Yeah.
like that first video came up, and so I just now started to like understand the term. And then from there, I went and started reading books. And I started reading
Mm.
books that started to talk about copywriting. I had read advertising beforehand while
Oh
running the
yeah.
content agency, so I
Great book.
knew that was a great book. So I was like, okay, now starting to understand copy. I'm now starting to understand places, but like I need to inform myself. And then I came across KJ Rainey's channel, and that like locked me in on copywriting. That was like at solution aware. That brought me to solution aware.
Ah,
Like,
okay. Okay.
yes, bro. So like he like KJ Rainey taught me a lot to like what is another copywriter doing, and like what is their lifestyle. Like I already understood the aspects of getting clients and client delivery, so like it was very easy for me to like see, oh, okay, these are the little differences between what I'm doing now and what copywriting is like. How do I now just go learn the skill? And so luckily he also explained how to learn the skill. I came across a website called swipe.co, fucking
Yeah.
went crazy
Yeah.
reading all that.
I do.
Read all swipe.co, was just reading books on like persuasion and sales, and then I came across Take Their Money, bro. Take Their Money got me crazy.
Yeah, I need to read that one actually. Yeah.
Bro, bro, bro.
Hey, that's Carl Milligan, isn't it?
Kyle Milligan, Take Their Money, bro. Copy that, right? That or Copy Squad, copy that or
Copy Squad. Yeah.
Copy
Yeah.
Squad. Yep.
I read his Nesby book. I like that
Yes.
one.
Bro,
That
he
was a
talks
good book.
about Nesby in Take Their Money.
Yeah.
It's so important to copywriting.
Yeah, I need
Bro,
to watch
I'm
that. Yeah.
telling you. I'm telling you from the bottom. Jason put me on. Jason told me,
Okay.
he's like, I asked Jason, I was like, Jason, if you could tell me what's one book you could like read as a copywriter to get me better. And he's like, listen, I'm going to put you on right now. Like, the one book, Take Their Money. Like, it's a
Right.
copywriter's handbook. And I was like, okay, I was reading it at the time, but I was like 10 pages in, not really taking it serious. I finished it in 3 days, grinded it out. Best book I've
Yeah.
ever read about copywriting.
Oh, that's hard.
Yes,
Okay.
bro. Read it for sure. I'm telling you, I praise it because it helps.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that, bro.
Yes, bro.
Damn. Yeah. For me, how I got into copywriting, bro, I got into it 2 years ago, and
Yeah,
it's
you were
crazy
saying that.
that bro, I had a 2 year head start, but I joined. So I got into Hustlers University. When I got in there, that was like the only option that could work for me because it didn't require no capital, startup capital.
Yep.
I got in there, I learned about it. I think the tutor's name was like Andrew Bass or something like that. And he taught us how to do it. He taught us how to do outreach. But the outreach that he was teaching, I don't know if he's still doing it now in the real world or whatever it's called, but it was email outreach. And the whole thing was like send 40 emails every single day. And bro, I like first of all, 40 emails every single day was crazy. Like I couldn't do that. But I'll do like 20 every day. And I didn't get no responses. And then finally I switched over to Instagram. And at least with Instagram, I was getting responses. So, it was cool. They had like this little section where you can write copy and put it in and get it evaluated by everyone and get feedback. But the terrible thing about that was there was like 40,000 copywriters in there. Bro, you'd put your copy in there and like some noob that joined like 15 minutes ago would be like roasting you about your copy. And you'd be like, bro, you joined like half an hour ago. You don't know what copyright is.
Yeah.
So it was so annoying. The feedback that you'd get would be so bad. So I was there for like 3 months. I learned the skill. I practiced. I joined newsletters. I'd read them and then I'd copy it. And then that's how I really learned copy, to be honest. So yeah, and then I told you about like the whole 4 months of doing outreach. Only got one call with that guy on the beach. And then yeah, after 4 months of outreach, I was like, bro, I'm done with this, man. I was so tired. I didn't get no clients. And then I just bounced around, bounced around. Fast forward, did growth operating, and then while doing growth operating, I was doing a ton of copywriting for my clients. And then I realized, bro, this is actually what I like to do. I don't like building funnels and all that back end stuff. If you like it, it's cool. But for me, I was like, nah. But the copywriting, I liked it, especially emails. So I just took a leap of faith and I said, you know what, let me try copywriting again, one last time, go like balls to the wall, and let me ask my growth operating client for testimony for copywriting because I was doing all his copywriting and his emails, and he agreed to it, and then I used that to get this client. So yeah, it was like a full circle, bro.
Dude, that's so fire. Like the
Yeah.
the power of network right there. Like the fact that you had that other client to like vouch for you and give you that testimony, that's so powerful. And like, bro, what
Yeah,
a journey. What a
bro. I mean,
journey.
I think about it, it's like man, it's like well, I like sometimes I think what if I didn't stop for them 4 months and I carried on going for like another 4 months? But I don't know, man. That's how the story ended up going.
Yep. Dude, that is what a journey, man. And like
Yeah,
I like how you stuck with something. You're like, I'm gonna make something work. If this copywriting, if I don't think it's working, I'm gonna keep trying, keep trying, and keep trying. And
yeah.
I think copywriting was aligned for you by the stars. Like it was meant to work out because it came back around, brother. Like,
Yeah, it came back, bro. It came back, man. It's
dude,
crazy.
that's so fire. I love that story, bro. Like,
Yeah,
dude, that makes me want to just go keep grinding, bro. Cause like that's
yeah.
like exactly how I felt, bro. I know like I feel the struggles of like, bro, doing outreach and like no one answers, and then you finally get like that free work, and you do the free
Yeah.
work, and like the clients are iffy, and like you're like, okay, is this gonna work? Is this whatever I'm trying gonna work? And then
Mm.
you just like lock in and like, bro, you get those results, and you're like, okay, now like I know your mindset's so changed now, like,
Yeah, bro, my mindset changed. Now I'm thinking long term. Back then it was short term. It was like it has to work in the next 7 days. If it don't work in the next 7 to 2 weeks, then I'll be thinking it's a scam or yeah, I just had that type of mindset where it's like get rich quick. But
yep,
now I realize, you know what? Like take your time with it, build the foundation first. You know what I'm saying? For me, I feel like the foundation was the free work. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what led to the testimony. Or more important, or just as important, I learned how to work with the client. You know what I'm saying? I learned service delivery. I learned communication with them. I learned hitting deadlines. I learned how to set expectations and how to actually deliver on the copy and everything. So now when I got my first client, I already know how to do all that stuff. I just need to write the copy. I know how to communicate with you, deadlines, all of that stuff. So I'm a lot more professional and it shows a lot more confidence when I'm just speaking to him like on calls and stuff like that. So yeah, it really did help out.
dude, I think that's a great point you just brought up because that makes me think of in my Discord community right now, a lot of people are hesitant to sending the free work. Hesitant. "Oh, should I make sure that they just start the conversation?" And I think like if you just take the jump and send the free work, it's gonna teach you a lot about just practicing. What's it like to just send work over, practice work for someone else, and then later on when you get that free client, like you said, it's like you start to learn all the other aspects. Like you can't learn until you do it. Like it takes practice and like you
Yeah,
should be willing to practice for free. Like you were willing to practice for free. You were willing to put in the effort to learn. And like I see a lot of hesitation in my Discord, and so like I emphasize it a lot. And like I see you how it has like practice you. So like that just makes me want to like think about it, emphasize that thought more.
cool.
Let's pick it back up to where we left off. Like
Yeah.
we were talking about just like doing the free work and just like, getting that practice in and like willing to do that practice. Like what are your thoughts you can add on that, and what is your perception on that?
Yeah, I think working for free is actually a great way of just getting your foot in the door. Because with my first with my second growth operating client, I jumped on like a week after when I started working with him, he just let me know that if I had tried to have charged him like anything, like 1,500 or whatever it was, or trying to take some big what's it called, rev split, he wouldn't have worked for me, man. He wouldn't have worked for me. And you know what? You have to take into consideration, unless you already have testimonials and you have results that you can use to back up your whole like, okay, I'm charging this, but I've generated this for other people. If you're a complete noob, you never worked with anyone before, getting that first client, like I know it sounds counterintuitive, but don't think about the money straight away because you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot. I'm telling you, you're gonna jump on a call like this and you're gonna be robotic and you're gonna have like some skill sales script there, and at the end of the sales script, it's gonna say, okay, now ask for 3K, and then now you're gonna ask for 3K. and it's gonna mess up the whole vibe. They might even want to work with you. Like, you know what? You'll be surprised. You end up working for free, but let's say after a couple weeks or after a month of you delivering great results, they'll see a lot of value in that and they'll actually want to pay you now. You know what I'm saying? They'll say, okay, yo, you've done a good job. Like, let me start paying you a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? Or give you like a little bit of cut of each commission or something like that. And then this is what people don't realize about free work, even if they don't do that. Referrals. They got a bunch of friends that need copywriters. You know what I'm saying? When they're out with their friends, they'll be like, yo, I've been working with this kid. He's been doing some free work for me, but yo, he's going crazy with it. And then they'll be like, okay, what's his name? His name's okay, Razor. You know what I'm saying? And then they hit you up, and then now you can charge those people. And then on top of that, you can do what I did. Get a testimonial from them. You do free work for them, you do a good job, okay, you don't get paid, but now you have this testimonial that now you can use when you're doing outreach. And when you have a testimony, I'm telling you, it just makes life so much easier when you're doing outreach. Still sucks. I'm not gonna lie, outreach sucks still. But when they go on my profile and they see, oh, this he has like a testimony, let me watch it. It just makes life so much easier. So even if you don't get paid, you got referrals and you have testimonies as well. So yeah, it's really gonna help you out. I'm telling you, man.
Dude, I love everything you just said. That was all like, I wish I could have heard that like when I first started my journey. The way that would have like absolutely shifted my mindset. Cause
Mm.
everything you said is so true. Like, you just got to be willing to do the free work. You got to be willing to just learn. And like, I was willing to do the free work and learn, but I didn't have someone telling me that's like the right thing to do. Just that, like, it's worth it. It'll pay off. In the end, it will pay off. And like you said, bro, all that free work you've done and like all those chances that you've done it, it's paid off. It's worth it at
Oh,
the
for
end.
sure.
Yup.
I'm happy I've done it now, bro. I'm telling
Mm-hmm.
you, it's really paid off, man.
Yup.
And I feel like a lot of gurus and a lot of teachers, they push the whole, as a complete beginner, you should be asking for crazy amounts for your first client. And I think, oh my gosh, like, bro, I'm like, I just think it's so backwards. Like, okay, I understand there's a few people that can start copywriting today and next week get a client and land them for like 3K. Okay, there's a few people that can do that. But I'm not trying to sound like a dick or anything or that, but most people are not gonna be able to do that.
True.
So when you actually do get that first call and you start talking about like, oh, I want 5K, 3K, one, like it's not gonna work out like that, unfortunately. So, but it's up to you. If you want to test out, you can test out. But I recommend working for free. See what's like to work with them. See what's like to be a copywriter, write copy, deliver, and then yeah, I think that's a lot easier of an approach. But I think a lot of people are greedy and they want to try and go for the money first. So
Absolutely. I think everything you touched on is just the truth, brother. Like,
mm,
it's so impactful to do that free work. You're gonna learn so much from it. Yet
yeah,
greediness at the end of the day will win. It's
yeah,
too much of an emotional desire. Emotion will make you take action, bro. We know that. We're copywriters.
yeah.
Dude,
Bro,
it
it's crazy.
it is
Do you have
crazy.
any
What
advice for outreach? I know you probably get a ton of questions about outreach too.
m-
What do you have to say about outreach for anyone that's struggling?
bro, I'll tell you right now, the biggest thing that I see with outreach is like a lot of just very simple, like, what are you doing right now with your funnel? What are you doing right now with your landing page? Like, your landing page looks broken. Like, simple, just outreach. Like, these people want to make sure that you're a person and not just a robot, and that you're not just like looking at them like spam outreach. If you can be personalized, be funny, like Jason had a great example of this. Jason did some outreach to another guy named Jason. He was like Jason X Jason collab, and it was like super funny, super like. And he's like, "Yo, like, I'm not a spammer, by the way, but like, here's some free work. Check out this landing page. It's gonna like probably get you better conversion. And like, here's why you should listen to me." Sent a video of Loom of his case study, and so like that personalization of just like, I'm not a random person. I want to reach out to you for a reason. It's like my biggest outreach tip. If you're doing outbound outreach, like, sound like a person, sound like a human. Like, they're just people. Like we were talking about with the videos, 19 people, 19 likes. Like, those are just 19 people. Like, the person you do outreach to is just a person.
Oh yeah, I like that, bro. For me, my biggest outreach tip or whatever you want to call it, my outreach gem. and I speak about this all the time, bro. It's not even about the outreach DM. So many people have this messed up, and this is the gem for you guys. He just dropped a gem, but before you even do that, guys, your profiles have to be optimized. Oh my gosh. Do
Bro.
you know how many people DM me and they they like they're asking me, bro, I've sent out 1,000 DMs, I've got no responses. Why is this happening? And I'm like, bro, I really hope you're not sending DMs from this profile. And they're like, what's wrong with it? And I'm like, bro, no profile picture, no posts, no highlights, 12 followers, and you got no like human on your page. Like, bro, you look like a bot. I don't care if you send out 10,000 DMs a day and you make it personalized. You know what I'm saying? You can make it personalized. You can send out 10,000 a day. It could be your ideal client who needs a copywriter. They're going to look at your profile. It's like for all the guys that watch this, it's like when you slide into a girl's DM, what's the first thing she's gonna do? She's gonna check out your profile, bro. And she's gonna see what you look like. If you don't look like what they like or what they need, they're not gonna respond to you. It's the same thing with these clients. It don't matter how personalized your DM is, how many DMs you send out, they're gonna go on your profile, no profile picture, no post, no bio, no highlights. Oh, this is a bot. I'm not responding to this guy. And you could have been exactly the best copywriter that they needed, but you like a bot. So I'd say first thing is just make it look like a human. And then people always ask me, okay, how do I do that? It's just put a normal picture on there. Just put a normal bio on there. Just put a picture of you and your family in the park or whatever. Just let them know that you're a real person, I'd say. So that's my biggest one, man. I hate seeing really bad profiles and then people trying to optimize their DM, but your profile's not optimized. You
Absolutely.
get that right first.
Yep, that's a
So
great
yeah,
point you brought up. You got to take one step back and
bro.
see like who am I and why should you listen to me before I even send this message? And for me, like I'll add to that, like don't be afraid if you have a personal account that's like maybe not associated with copywriting. Don't be afraid to do outreach on that. I do outreach on my personal account because I post on that. I have social proof. It shows that I'm a human. Like it's not like social proof as in like I've gotten results copywriting. It's social proof that I'm an actual person. I'm not reaching out to them as a bot. Like just I'm a real person with friends, and I just that's
Yeah,
it.
that's all it is, man.
Yes,
See, that's all it is. You know, I'd add another one onto that. Because a lot of people ask me about um okay, it's really hard to get a client because I don't have no testimonials and I don't have no reviews and I have no like clients that I've worked with. I would say, and this is a gem, I would say it's gonna help a lot of people. What I do is whenever I learn something, if you're not camera shy, then whenever I learn something, I just make a quick 1.5 minute video just talking about it and literally directing it towards my target clients. So if I learn how to write better CTAs, I'll quickly make a video. Okay, here are the top 3 ways of making your CTAs better so that your click-through rate are better and you can increase your revenue by 10%. Your target client is gonna be like, okay, I need that. They're gonna watch that. And then even though you don't have no clients or no testimonials, they're gonna see, okay, but this kid just dropped a banger with this like CTA thing. He got 5 of the videos. He knows what he's talking about. So you're able to showcase that, okay, I don't have no clients or no past work, but I'm a good copywriter because I've talked about this and I've delivered value like these YouTube videos, like how you got your first client with the script
literally,
video,
bro. Literally,
right?
bro.
So yeah, you don't have to make a 45-minute video. You can do a 1 minute video,
Yeah,
post up on your profile. When you do outreach, because don't forget, they're gonna go back on your profile. They're gonna check out your reels. They're gonna see, oh, he got like 4 videos here where he's giving out gems for emails or copywriting. Oh, he's a good copywriter. It's really gonna help your case when you like jump on a call with them. So, because that's what I do with mine. You've seen it on mine. I
yeah.
got reels where I just talk about copywriting and how to help them with their stuff. So
Yep, you got tons of educational reels on your page, bro. And I that's such a great point. Like personal brand is everything. Personal brand is everything. And like the word personal in it is so like that also needs to be emphasized too. Like everything we've talked about like for this last couple of minutes is just like the power of the personal brand, bro. And like it doesn't matter if you know I think it's overlooked the concept of a personal brand is like, oh, I need to talk about my wins, my client wins, my testimonials, post on my story every day, the word grow, and I can help the next 5 people. That's not a personal brand. That's some people that have personal brands, but a personal brand is just you building up your or sharing information and sharing your story and building up your experience and sharing it with everyone else. Like that, it's simple as that. And you can build up your personal brand to get people to like, know, and trust you and then want to work with you, just like you're planning to do and just like it did with my content. Like the power in the personal brand like really needs to be emphasized while doing outreach, while doing everything. Like you said, take that step back, fix the personal brand. It's gonna make your outreach improve like 100 times better, rather than making that 1% difference of the type of message you send.
Mm. Yeah, bro. You know, I got a couple things on to add onto that, bro. I
Add.
like that. I like that, bro. It's because I get so many outreach questions. I just want to bang them all out on this video.
Yes.
So one thing, don't make the mistake of sending one DM and then forgetting about him for life. I would say follow-ups are so, you know what? I I got my client from my follow-up. My first DM was actually really trash, and I shouldn't have said it. Like my first DM was hey, and that was it. It was really bad. But
Yep.
then I followed up with him 4 days later at a different time. Here's another gem. Don't forget about this. If you're like me, I'm in the UK, and most of the people that I outreach to are in America, North America. If you're smart, you'll realize that there's a whole 6 hour delay. So if you send a DM in the morning, the person you just sent a DM to is sleeping. It's 3 a.m., bro. You know what I'm saying? So I had to like tweak that and realize, hold on, like look at the location where they're at. And like even if you have to get out the phone and see where's the time delay, because you'll realize I was about to send a DM, but it's 4 a.m. He's definitely sleeping. Let me wait until it's evening time and then send the DM so that it's a way higher chance of him seeing him. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when I sent that first DM, I think it was like really early in the morning for him. But then when I sent the second one, it was evening time. And then he responded in like 45 minutes.
Yep. He's on his
So
phone. He was on
yeah,
his
he was on
phone.
his phone.
Yep.
So don't forget about that. I think that definitely helps. But like I was saying, follow-ups. I think it's really hard to get a client from that first DM.
Hmm.
And yeah, just follow up. What I do
Absolutely.
is I in it like instead of sending like follow up. So like there's like 12 follow-ups. What I do is I send a DM. If they don't respond, then I just unsend it and then send another one. So that when they come, it just looks fresh. Like so it's so like because I don't want them to come on there and then there's like 20 follow-ups. No, I don't want that because that's messy. So I
Yep.
just I delete it, send another one. It's nice and clean, it's fresh. It's the first one there. But I've been following up for like a week. But
Yep.
when they get on there, they're gonna see it and it's clean. So don't forget following up. Follow up is huge. And also part of being a human is don't just send a DM. Like watch their stories, like their stories, like their whenever they post. Leave a comment under their latest video. I know just put a fire emoji. That's lazy. Actually watch the video, hear what they're saying, and then write a proper comment like you like like a real human being. Like, yo, I like when you spoke about that. This is cool. This is cool. Like a proper comment. And then, you know, so on their mentions, you're gonna be on there like, oh, Razor just liked your story. Razor just liked your new post. Razor just left a comment. Oh, Razor left a DM as well. So now they're used to seeing your name. They're used to seeing it. So when they see you on the DM, they'll be like, okay, let me check it out. Let me just quickly see what it is. And then that gets your foot in the door as well. So yeah, don't forget about that when you're doing
Dude,
outreach.
everything you just dropped are absolute gems, bro. Absolute bangers. Like that's
Like,
sauce right there. Like just like it's networking. You're networking. You're trying to just make friends. You're trying to make connections. You're trying to help people. And like, don't overlook networking as like mass outreach. Just send a message and don't one and done. Like it's never one and done. Like you said, bro. I heard this somewhere. In fact, it was Eamon Arab. I don't know if you've heard of him. He was like, you should follow up for eternity. Like literally, follow up until they tell you no. Like if they haven't said anything, like why not follow up? You still have an answer awaiting for you. So like
Yeah.
follow up. I have a thing where it's like I follow up the first 3 days, like 24 hours. Then the next three I wait like 2 days, and after that I'll follow up like once a month. Like just hey, how you doing? Like everything all right? Just checking
Yeah.
in. Like it's networking at the end of the day. Like everything you just said was absolute sauce. Like
I like that.
they're humans. Like we're copywriters. We're learning about the power, like human psychology, and like how to like use that through this language of copywriting. So like we need to think back on that human psychology when we do everything. Like it's so
Mm,
powerful, bro.
yeah. Yeah. Bro,
But
that'll definitely help you out. I think those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah.
you, yeah, I think you literally put the nail on the coffin. Like nailed every single one, bro. That's like like more outreach question is like how do I find clients? Like how do I find dream clients? That's
Uh,
a good question I've gotten recently, actually. Do you want to answer
okay.
it first, or you want me to answer it?
How do I find clients?
Yep.
So me, I find well, first of all, okay, look, I gotta go in depth into this.
Yep.
Don't make the mistake of just searching for for anybody. Fully, like I sat down here on my desk and I got a piece of paper and I said, who is my ideal client? A lot of you guys haven't, and I know it sounds so simple because I used to hear people saying that. I used to go in when I go out the other one. Who is your ideal client? And I thought about who do I want to be working with, and I realized, hold on, I've been outreaching to the wrong people because you know what, I managed to land the client, and I realized that the client it was an ecom brand, and he needed a ton of like graphic work and Klaviyo and all of that. And I realized, oh shit, like I don't want to be working respectfully. I don't want to be working with you because you don't need a copywriter. You want like a ton of pictures and a tiny bit of copy. And then I realized, and that's when I sat down and I wrote, who actually needs like long form copy on their emails? And it's not really, like Gymshark and all these Shopify stores, you know. So then I realized, okay, it's coaches, it's um, it's coaches, like anyone that's selling some type of course, program, ebook, like info products, right? So then I realized, okay, out of all those people who don't want to be working with, and I narrowed it down to coaches. And then I was like, okay, where do my ideal clients hang out and where they're gonna be at? So they're gonna be promoting on two places for me, really. It's gonna be on YouTube and on Instagram. A little bit of TikTok if you want, but I narrowed it down to Instagram and TikTok. I mean Instagram and YouTube. And literally I was like, okay, so my target audience, my target client, what are the phrases or keywords that I can use, put into the search bar to find them? So I'll just put, okay, how to do real estate, how to start drop shipping, or I'll just you put anything you want, right? You find them on YouTube, you get their details, you go onto Instagram, or you can go on Instagram, find them, and then send them a DM. And then when you follow them, it gives you like 20 similar people anyway. So I'll just go through all of them. And then once I go through all of them, I'll use another search phrase or keywords, and then I'll get some more. But the main thing is like knowing who my client is. And some of you like you don't really know, like you're doing what I was doing a month ago, where you're reaching out to ecom brands and you might land an ecom brand like me and realize, oh, they don't need copy, they need this other stuff, really. So you realize that you wasted like a couple weeks of just reaching out to the wrong people. So you can save yourself a lot of heartache and realize, okay, who needs copy? Like go through the whole list. Who needs copy, like long form copy, and then pick the one that you want, and then ask yourself where they're gonna be hanging out. Is it gonna be TikTok? Is it gonna be YouTube? Is it gonna be Instagram? Is it gonna be Facebook groups? Um, yeah, there's so many places. And then narrow it down to them. Find out the keywords that they're gonna be using to get their audience. Use that, search them up, reach out to them. So that's how I find my clients.
Bro, that like you just gave it all away. That's it.
It
That's
is.
I do the same exact thing. That's exactly how I find clients too. And I like you just broke it down exactly what I would have said. And like that's
Right.
I think the emphasis what I want to emphasize on what you said is like two things that I was like, oh my gosh, these are like where I see a lot of people lack. It's one is who actually has a problem that I want to help. Like though that sentence, who has a problem? Like who needs long form copy? Who has a problem? And who do I want to help? Like you didn't really want to work with an ecom brand, and they also didn't really have that problem for long form copy. So you went super problem focused. Who has the problem? That's like true entrepreneurship, finding a problem and making a solution. Like that's like you have to be an entrepreneur to like win at this shit. And so like you found the problem. All right, I know who has this problem. And then you went reverse engineered them. Where do they hang out online? Where can I
Yeah.
find them? How do I show up where they show up? Like they're not gonna come to you. They'll never come to you. It's like how do I show up where they show up? And like that's how you find them. Like you perfectly gave away the example of like the search. What type of YouTube videos would they make? Searching up that. Boom, you find the channels, you go through, maybe you see them on Instagram, like you said, you reach out to them, you can go through their following, see who their friends are, and now you're locked in on that niche. Now you know everyone that's your dream clients. It's like, but those first two foundations of who has a problem, why do I want to help them, and then where do they hang out online? Like
Yeah.
nailed, fucking nailed it, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Yes.
I just remembered another question that I'd like to get your perspective on is sometimes people ask me about portfolios and stuff, building a portfolio. Do you recommend people build one, or if it's no, then that's cool. But if yes, then how do you recommend that they start to build one so that they can use it?
I would say off the bat, don't worry about it. So off the bat, don't even worry about it. Your portfolio, if you're doing like free outreach, if you're doing outbound, your portfolio is sending that free work. And then if you're doing inbound, your portfolio is giving away the secrets. Like that's your portfolio. That's your portfolio is just showing your experience. And you don't have to have a portfolio to show experience. And most of these guys don't have experience to put in a portfolio. So don't even think about portfolio when you're starting out. But it's good to collect everything that you're doing, results that you're getting to eventually show to other clients and stuff. So it's good to collect everything and to build a portfolio, but like off rip, don't worry about the portfolio. The way you can like showcase your experiences by doing the work itself. Like do it for them straight up and they see it and they're like, "Okay, I see it in the free outbound." And then from inbound from clients like just show exactly what you're doing. Do a live demonstration like and break it step by step. Show it all the way. That is that experience. So that's
Yeah.
that's my thoughts on portfolio. You don't need it.
Yeah, I like that. To be completely honest, I like to keep things as straightforward as possible. I don't like making things complicated. I don't like adding extra steps. You don't need a portfolio to, like me and my first client, he did not ask to see my portfolio. He didn't go on my website. He didn't watch my VSR. He didn't go through my, like I think he probably did see my testimonials, but that's because it's um
Page.
on my page and
Yep.
stuff. But one tip that I would say is, okay, every time you send out free value, right? Even if it doesn't work out and you get completely blanked and they leave you on scene, take that free value, put it into a doc.
Yep.
That's your portfolio right
Yep.
there.
Yep.
Don't just leave it there. Cause I can't believe I was messing up on this. I was doing a ton of free value. I was sending it out to here, sending out to that coach, that coach, that coach, and I'll just leave it there. And then I was like, oh, but I don't have a portfolio. But I have a huge portfolio actually.
Yes.
I haven't put it on one doc. So what I
Yes.
did was speaking to my mentor, and he told me, yeah, more specifically, because I was reaching out to quite a few niches. He was like, if you just zero down on the one niche that you want to do, and send out free value for them, and even just write copy for them on the side if you even if you don't send it to them, put it all on the same doc so that if and when someone asks you for free value, you send it out to them, and more specifically, it's targeted to their niche as well, so they
Yep.
can see you got 15 emails in their niche that are banger emails, and they're like, okay, yeah, this is perfect. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Because one person did ask me for a portfolio, and I thank God, like I write copy every single day.
Mm-hmm.
So every single day I write copy. So when he asked me about it, I wasn't doing this thing that my mentor told me to do. So, but I had so much like daily copy. So I literally picked 8 of the best like emails that I've done, and then I put it on a separate one quickly. and I sent it over to him. I'm like 95% sure he didn't read it because he came back to me after like 5 minutes and he was like, "Yeah, this is good stuff, man. This is good stuff."
He
But it was
just
the most
wanted to
random
see.
email. Yeah, he just wanted to see some emails. Like it
Yep.
was, yeah. So the format was good. It was good copy, but it was just random stuff, like
Yep.
day-to-day stuff.
Yep.
So but yeah, if you want to build one, you don't need it. You don't need to, but if you want to, yeah, just put all that free value and put it on a separate one, a
Dude,
separate doc, and then that's your portfolio.
that's a great little gem. Like I see that doing very commonly in like the video editing industry. Like video editors will go, they'll make a bunch of free samples, post their free video edits that they've done, and that's their portfolio. Now, like it's not that they don't have any experience, they just don't have a paying client.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. I
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how it is, man. Yeah. And I don't think you need a website at all. I think a website, and I just built one because I just thought, I'll just build one for the sake of it. It's only because I had that testimonial. When I got the testimonial, that's when I was like, okay, I want to have a fancy. It's not a fancy website, but I was like, I want to put it on the website. I'll put it on my page, but I'll put it on the website too. But you don't need one. People see mine and they're like, oh, how do I build one? I'm like, bro, chill. You don't need one at all. Trust me, you don't need it. My client didn't
Absolutely.
go on my website. It's whatever. I don't think you need it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like you said, like he just wants to see that experience. He just wants to know that like, okay, you can write. Like you've written
yeah,
before. This is not literally your first time writing. And like that's
yeah,
why I try to emphasize just send the free work up front. Cause then
yeah.
like at least you've shown you've done it. Even if it's your first time ever writing copy, like
Mm,
you're gonna increase your chances. Like that I love
yeah,
like bro. I like to like collect all those free emails too, put it all up and show it because that is your portfolio. That is your experience. You've been practicing. Like
yeah.
great.
That's all it is.
Yep.
That's all it is, bro.
Yep. Dude, honestly, I think we should wrap this up. Like, we've given away everything. We've sat here for an hour and everything. We gave it all away.
This is a great video.
Dude, it was. It really was. And I
Yeah.
appreciate you taking the time to sit here and talk with me, bro.
Nah, I appreciate you, bro. It's free. Nah, it's fine. And I
Yes, bro.
appreciate you reached out to me and bro, you made this happen. So
Yeah.
everyone like, yeah, go say thank you to he reached out to me. We've done this video. It's great, man. Um, but it's good. We made a good connection now, and hopefully we can do a lot more videos like this, helping people. Like when
Absolutely.
we start scaling to 10K and stuff like that, that'll be great.
Absolutely. I know this is not the last time we're going to talk, bro. Like, this is the
Yeah,
first time we talked. Like, they might not even know that this is the first time we talked.
yeah, first time,
Yeah.
guys, first
Yep. But,
time.
bro, like, it's been really cool talking with you and, like, just we clicked right away. We clicked right away. We were able to just jump right into it, bro. I like your mind, bro. We'll definitely keep talking.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you, bro. Hopefully, yeah, yeah. Just let
Dude,
me know whenever you're trying to jump on the call. We can do another video like this, or just, yeah, I'm down, bro.
bet. Dude, I'll hit you up in the DMs and again, I appreciate you, bro, sitting here talking with me and like we gave it all
Yeah.
up. No, you didn't hold anything back. You kept it real the whole time and that's how I try to be
But,
and I appreciate that, bro.
nah, for real. I try to, bro. I don't want to be. The last thing I want is like someone to look at me as like a guru. I'm not a guru at all. I just think, cause bro, like I was saying, like I was watching your video, like I still watch your videos, but when I was watching your videos before we got on there, like I just I just gravitate towards people that I think they just keep it real. Like those people with fancy edits and like you can tell it's like a scripted video. I don't really watch their videos, man. But that's why I like to just be real, give it all out there. I know that there's someone like me watching this somewhere at work, like how I was watching your video with one AirPod in, like, oh, you know. Yeah, I just want to give as much value as possible, at least to one person. So yeah, I feel like we've definitely done that with this video.
Absolutely. I love that. That's like your mission, your drive cuz I relate to that. That's like what puts me here like, bro.
For
I love
sure.
it. Bro, I'm gonna motivate you. I'm gonna motivate you. We're gonna stay locked in. We're gonna keep doing this, bro. This will not be the last time.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yes, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
Bro, I appreciate you, Razor. You have a good day, brother.
All right, man. See you later, bro. Take care.
You too, bro.